Brian Fritz here with WWE Diva Natalya, and that is quite the outfit, all dressed up for making the rounds for WrestleMania, huh?
Yes, WrestleMania 27, the biggest event of the year. A diva has to diva-size, and I've certainly been doing that in between all the appearances at Access and getting ready for the Hall of Fame on Saturday and obviously WrestleMania on Sunday. I've managed to fit in a little time for some shopping.
Is it nice to actually be a girl a little bit around this masculine world?
It really is. I mean, I feel like, you know, being a diva in the WWE or being a superstar in the WWE, there's only a handful of people in the world that can do it. But I feel like there's nothing I can't do. I used to say, because I trained in the dungeon, where I was the first female and the only female to ever train in there, if you can survive the dungeon, you can survive anything. But I feel like being in the WWE has made me such a strong and tough person, and I could never be more grateful for that opportunity.
You mentioned the experience with the dungeon. What was that like? Because I'm sure they're saying, okay, you might be a girl, but at the same time, we're not going to make it any easier for you.
Nobody made it easy for me, and I now, getting to where I am now in my career and having won the Divas Championship and all the struggles, you really appreciate what you go through, and you can kind of go, that was worth it because it means so much more. And I think having to fight for something and, you know, having to kind of work for something has really made me enjoy the fruits of my labor more. So it's kind of like WrestleMania 27. You know, this Sunday, it's like everybody's fighting for that one moment to have that WrestleMania spotlight and to be on the grandest stage of them all. So I don't know. It's pretty surreal. It's an amazing environment and atmosphere.
Take me back to last year. Bret Hart came back. He had the match with Vince. What was it like, even leading up to that, having him back and then being part of that match?
Well, having my uncle there and really, you know, having my whole family surrounded by Mr. McMahon and Bret Hart in the ring, and we're all, you know, sort of involved. It was amazing because my grandfather was inducted into the Hall of Fame, and you know, there was an amazing story behind it because it played out for over a decade between Bret Hart and Mr. McMahon. Right. And I am part of a very exclusive club, including Trish Stratus, that I'm one of the only divas that has had the chance to slap Mr. McMahon very hard and still keep my job and go on after WrestleMania to help the Hart Dynasty win Tag Team Gold and win the Divas Championship. So I didn't lose my job. I ended up rising to the occasion, but that was an amazing time, and I'll never forget it. It was one of the happiest moments of my career, and what better way to celebrate it than with your family?
You're a longtime wrestling fan. You come from the family. Now we're seeing Sunny go into the Hall of Fame on Saturday. Share some things for seeing her in WWE, what she did for women in the business, and now getting a chance to see her go into the Hall of Fame. Well,
getting a chance to see Sunny go into the Hall of Fame is very cool because she's the first diva. And, you know, before her there was Miss Elizabeth and Sensational Sherry and the Fabulous Moolah, and then you have Sunny, who, you know, is kind of a trailblazer for her time, like Trish Stratus, who will also be at WrestleMania 27. But Sunny was the first diva, and she was bold. She still is bold, bright, and beautiful. And the divas of today, you know, we represent being smart, sexy, and powerful. But Sunny really blazed her own trail, and she's still as beautiful as ever. I often wonder what kind of water these divas these days are drinking, because Trish looks more beautiful than ever, and so does Sunny. And actually makes me a little jealous.
You excited to have Trish back?
So excited to have Trish back. You know, people ask me all the time how I feel about Trish, and they say, well, you know, your family must have inspired you to get into WWE. My family has inspired me in a lot of ways, but I never wanted to grow up to be like my Uncle Bret or my father, you know, or my grandfather. When I saw Trish Stratus in the ring and I saw her for the first time in WWE, she was my inspiration. She's the reason why I'm here today doing what I'm doing, because she was everything that I wanted to be. She colored outside the lines. She was bright, she was funny, she was herself, and she really, I think that she kind of helped me see that I could be myself, and love me or hate me, you have to respect me. So Trish is a personal hero of mine, and I'm so happy she's here. It's actually, I don't know, I'm kind of like a kid around her.
It's like having your buddy around again.
Yes, and I feel like I've known Trish. Like, I feel like I must have known her in another life, because I don't know if it's the Canadian in us or what, but we just kind of pick up where we left off, and having her around is amazing.
Has she shown you any yoga yet, though?
No, but I would love to learn some, and looking at what amazing shape she's in, I definitely need to learn some.
Last thing, what is the most exciting thing you're looking forward to as the weekend goes on?
I'm probably looking forward to the match between Triple H and The Undertaker, as well as seeing Shawn Michaels get inducted into the Hall of Fame. I think that's going to be really special. But, it's going to be, if anybody can break the streak, I think it might be Triple H, but we'll see what happens. I'm really, really excited about seeing that, and also excited about seeing Randy Orton facing CM Punk. Big Randy Orton fan, and always support my 3G people.
Thanks for the time. Have a good time this weekend.
It was a pleasure talking to you. Thank you so much.